just got off. Nothing to do but get ready for the hunt tomorrow. I've been looking at maps all day and trying to figure out exactly what we're gonna do. Looks like first glassing point is 1.32 miles from maybe where we could park. About 900 feet elevation, so it's not that bad at all, but I think it's gonna be pretty good. We can always push in there farther. We're getting farther and farther away from the roads. So we'll see how it goes. Let's go get some groceries and do a few things. I'll take you along. Trying to get the last minute stuff ready. Got a few freeze-dried meals, ice chest, all the nice stuff's in there. Camping gear, getting ready to head out. So here we are for Coues Deer 2022. We had a crazy start, got to the spot, and there were 2 trucks parked there already. So one of the guys actually was really cool. So we're sitting with him. He's not too far, about 50 yards away. And we're just gonna kind of do, work together, but do our own thing. So really cool guy. Good things for him. Acting like that was awesome. So I'm hoping to get Jackson's first goose buck. We got a late start, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. I'll give you more when I can. Alright, so we are 20 minutes into glassing. Jackson's getting tired. He's gonna take a little nap. And we haven't seen anything awesome morning, but we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Stopped about 10:30. Haven't seen anything since. It's starting to get a little warm. Just picking everything apart. You can see him looking at some pretty good country. I'll show you in a minute. And nothing. So tempted to move, but there's not a lot of other promising venues from right here. So not sure. Just grinding it out. We'll see how it goes. So especially that gut right there. We are taking a break for lunch. There's Jaxon, the buck slayer. Yeah, we're looking for something right now. We just cooked up. I got breakfast skillet. Jaxon, what do you got? Biscuits and gravy. Nice. Show them our smashed up ice cream sandwiches. Those are from the Idaho Mule Deer Trip 2021. So, he's getting into it. How is it? Oh, dude, you're dropping all the good stuff. How is it? Okay. There you go. Well, we are not seeing any bucks, just lots of does so far, so we're kind of locked into this one canyon. There was a hunter that passed us, so if we go up, we're going to be competing with him. We ran into two guys at the trailhead, which you can probably hear them talking right back there. They were nice enough to just offer to join with us. They have one tag, and then yeah, just going for it. So, gonna eat some lunch. I'd say it's about almost noon. Kind of getting hot a little bit, but it still is probably 60, maybe 55 degrees. Pretty good. Just in the sun, it's kind of hot. So, just wait, and then start glassing. We're looking at a bunch of north-facing slopes, so we see what we can find. Just kind of go from there. If it doesn't work, we'll change up the plan tomorrow. We're gonna give it the evening for sure. Come on, Jaxon. How many deer have you seen, Jaxon? Why is that? I've seen about 30. How come you haven't seen any?
I was sleeping for 4 hours.
So we probably got up here at 6:30, and I had to wake Jaxon up when I stopped to eat lunch at 11:30. So, anyways, just munching on old ice cream sandwiches. Okay, we'll see you soon. Alright, Jaxon. We get ready to head out. My buddy's here. Alright, we're gonna make another push. Another hunter that was passed by us this morning. Came in late. He's already left early. So we're gonna go set the evening a little higher. Alright, we just made a push into a new spot. Up a little higher. There's Jaxon. So we're gonna see what we can see. Another hunter was. This is where we were going to go after we made that pit stop this morning. But while we were glassing that lower stuff, another hunter just walked right past us and didn't even say anything. Came right up here. And so he was like an hour late, and he's already left. It's like 2 o'clock. So we took that spot over, and we're gonna find all the things he missed. So we'll see. just, the other guys that we're hunting with are really experienced and seem like really good glassers. And all we can all find are does and fawns and javelina and other hunters. Other hunters are now kind of out. We have pretty much most of this area to ourselves. But there's just no sign of any bucks, not even little ones. I thought for Jaxon we would find a couple little bucks with the does, but we haven't. So I wanted to record this so that way when we are successful and it turns around and within a minute, 1 second is just game on. I want to remember how this felt, how we felt defeated. It's interesting how that feeling goes. I definitely am confused a little bit why there's probably a lot of pressure in this spot. It's not too bad of a hike, I guess that's why, but we don't have a lot of time in. All we could do is Jaxon had to wear my extra boots because he gets bigger every year, so I can't keep buying him boots every year. So he wears a size 9 and I gave him a size 11. So hiking has been kind of rough for him. So we're in about a mile right now. And he's already saying it hurts pretty bad. So I think we're just going to stick out this evening here. And I know that this is a good spot. It's like Red's hunt. When he shot his Coues deer, we didn't see anything till the last minute, and then it stepped out. So I'm just gonna work far stuff right now while it's still 2:30. We have a chance, and then I'm gonna move in and just try to glass stuff that's about 600 yards or less. Hopefully we can make a last minute play. But wish us luck. I'll give you a sneak peek. You would think I'd be able to find something. Right, it's prime time. 4 o'clock. The shadows are setting on what I'm looking at right here. I got 2 deer I just spotted. And they are underneath a tree. And I cannot see their heads. So I'm waiting for them to step out. It's been rough, nothing but those today. So this has got to be the mercy spot after 30 does. You got to see at least 1 buck. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Well, this pretty much wraps up day 1. We've seen nothing but does. And from where we're at, it'll take a little too long to get a shot that we need. So we're hoping we see something on the way back. But, man, been rough. A lot of does all day long. Okay, try something else tomorrow, or maybe we get something walking back to the truck. All right, well, it's day 2. After getting our butts kicked day 1, we classed up like 30 or 40 does, some javelina, other hunters, but no bucks. Only heard gunshots, not in our canyon, but in the canyons over, which is interesting because you would think that they'd be moving in where we're at if there's not as many gunshots, but I think that was just an easier hike than most, so maybe everybody always goes to the one where we're at. So I don't really know what to do. My whole backup area was built off that spot, but the problem is the way everything is fed, like all the canyons, this is kind of the one decent way in, other than walking in the bottom of them for 2 or 3 miles till you get to these other spots that aren't blown out by roads or other hunters. And we just don't really have time for this particular hunt. Here's Jaxon right here. Yeah. So we're gonna go in blind.
I have a couple of ideas of where we could try to make a morning sit, but I think I'm going to be a little bit more mobile today and ready to just pull the plug and change things up. If the mountains aren't working, I'm going to go down to the flats and just keep switching it until we find something. All right, we'll see ya.
That's not what you want to hear when you just freaking hiked into a nasty spot and across the canyon you find out there's a little quad trail, and sure enough there's someone driving up it right onto the the ridge that has all these fingers that we were gonna glass. But the road kind of goes away from that ridge, so unless they stop there, and they stop there. Are you freaking kidding me? Alright, hopefully they see us and move. Alright, well, we'll see what we can do. Alright, I'm gonna look at glass and record at the same time. So, we are here in a new spot, a little bit lower in elevation. It's a lot more wide open and grassy, but there's so many ocotillos and random bushes and high grass. They have plenty of places to hide. So, we start off the morning and I've never been here before. So I got up to where I thought I could glass, and I could, and that side by side came through. So we just kept moving up on this ridge in this opposite direction, and ended up bumping some does that were like 100 yards away from us in a cut that we couldn't see into that ran next to us. So watched 3 does bounce out of there. Now I'm up glassing for bugs, so gotta see what we can find. Well, so far this might be the worst goose deer that I've ever been on. I feel bad, but we are just literally getting skunked. I haven't even seen a doe in the binos. We just jumped 3 does and that's it. When we were walking, I mean, it's hard if you've never been here and you're kind of glassing your way in on, and I'm not seeing anything. So, Jackson's taking a nap. I'm just gonna try to keep looking. The only good thing I have to say is that with where we're looking, there's some north-facing slopes. So about noon, when the sun beats down on the other side of this ridge, because there's a ridge running north and south, so when the sun crosses over it, it might push a lot of deer right to where I'm looking. And it's not that bad of a hike, but problem is I'm just not even seeing any deer at all. We're too far in though to switch spots. It'd take us an hour and a half just to get out of here. I guess we could, but where would I go? This just goes anywhere else. So you can see some good. We climbed out of the bottom of a wash back behind us. It was nasty, and crossed a big flat. Now we're looking at these mountains right now. So I'm just glassing into those shady spots, so we'll see. Alright, it's Jaxon. We're making a push up to this peak right there. It's just hard. Been already going off and on for all morning, but it lets us see into those north-facing thick slopes. We're just gonna go in knowing that bugs like that area, so stay tuned. Alright, we hiked in a lot. we got a freaking smoking looking eye bowl that is hidden from any of the roads. And it is a butt kicker to get in here. In fact, I'm sitting here looking at if we shoot something across this canyon, we're gonna have to hike up as much as we did just to get up here again, and then hike down and then back up. I don't know what to do. So, but I think this is big buck country. Okay, we'll see. Alright, we kind of didn't go all the way to the top because I can see this better and we can shoot from here easier. And I haven't seen any of this. Sounds like a gunshot from way down at the bottom. So the tank is supposedly right down there. So hopefully they're hanging out right in here and I can glass them out. Okay, so it's probably 1:30 right now, and nothing's moving. I haven't picked anything up yet, but it's a really good bedding area. There's plenty down lower I can't see. The only issue is that you can see this face right here. That's the other side of the canyon. So picture it's going up right now and then meeting back together. Kind of see. So my problem is that right next to me it's only like 400 yards, so Jaxon could shoot that. But as it gets to the head or the mouth of the canyon, I think it's called the mouth. As it gets higher up to the top of the canyon, it's more of a bowl shape, and it's minimum probably 500 yards, which is a long poke. And there's plenty of stuff that's like the top part of the bowl, or like there's like different sections with cuts in the top. But if I shot off the back, it'd be like 1,200 yards probably, and I'm just not that good of a shot, not even close. 600 maybe. So I think we're just gonna glass. The problem is you can't really move in too much closer without dropping and going right through all the country. I'm glassing anyways. So the only chance is we just have to find them and then figure out where they're at and come up with a game plan from there. But at this point, if I even see a buck on this hunt, I'll count that as a win. So, but why not? I mean, freaking in the middle of nowhere where nobody probably comes very often at all. Hiked my butt off to get here. There better be a freaking buck in this honey hole of a little spot. Cover, tank at the bottom, steep north-facing slopes. Just everything, seclusion, miles, from a road. No easy way in here whatsoever. So if they don't get pressured. So if this doesn't produce, then I'm gonna pick up finger painting. Alright, I have been glassing for 8 hours or so, and I finally found my first deer in there. 2, both bedded, and it's a doe and a fawn. I don't know what's going on, but they're really low, so maybe the bucks will be up high. I'm not too worried because where they're at is right by the tank. So I can see that they just got a drink and then must have popped up and just bedded at the first place they could. I think the bucks will be a little more leery. I don't think they'll bed so close to that. They'll try to tuck in somewhere, and I just can't see them yet. So we'll see how it goes, but let me show you these deer. If you look really carefully, there's actually a doe and a fawn right there. And they're side by side. night I'm up. Not quite. Got like 2 hours maybe. But there are deer everywhere so far. Lots of does all over. But not a single little tiny buck or nothing. Anyways, let me show you. Jaxon, listen to me. Listen to me. You have to calm the freak down or I'm kicking you out. Do you understand? You get one shot. This is it. Okay? Look at me. That buck is pretty nice. As you can imagine, we are panicking right now. Jaxon.
Jaxon.
Look at me when I talk to you.
I can't look at you.
Stop and turn your eyes towards me and fix them on my eyes. Okay? There's a tree, and the trunk comes up, and then it goes like this, and then you can see all the leaves. Okay? It's like the last tree on in the sun, towards that top, towards where like the trees stop on that spine. Now look in the rifle scope. Zoom out. Make sure it's all the way zoomed. Make sure it's all the way zoomed out. Jaxon, get your bino harness and put it underneath this butt of the gun. Get your bino harness and put it underneath the butt so the rifle stops moving. Okay, well, I'm sure you saw from the video, we found a big buck and decided I had a brief frontal type shot, quartering really hard towards me, and decided not to take it and instead to switch and have Jaxon take the shot. And the idea is I'm feel comfortable obviously watching the shot and the follow-up and all of that. I thought we had a better chance because Jaxon's a pretty dang good shot. Well, sure enough, he's hit the buck, but the buck was quartering. He wasn't totally broadside, he was pretty close. He was quartering towards us downhill pretty hard. And when the shot hit, I saw impact high and back, and I'm not sure where it would have exited. It didn't hit the spine because I saw him run, and he ran into this cut that we're walking towards right now. I didn't see him come out for about 30 minutes now, so I'm watching it as we walk down. I can see pretty much the whole thing. And we're trying to get a follow-up shot before it gets dark. This is a challenge. I think that it did hit some guts. I think it also hit possibly his back leg because he was quartering. So if it hit back, it might have entered a little high but exited because it's 500 yards. So with the arc on the path, I think it might have come out the back leg, which might explain why he booked it so fast. Watch out, that stabbed me in the leg. So anyways, it doesn't come out. So there's a chance there's a big old dead buck in there. But it's also a chance that we have to make a follow-up shot. And so Jackson's gonna go on the bottom and I have a tag. So I'm gonna go up top. And may the best man win. So we'll see. Either way, just want to take this buck home. All right, I'm gonna stop recording so I can actually walk. So the buck was right there, and when we shot, he ran down in here, disappeared in there. There's the bottom. Never saw him come out. So if he tries to escape, it's kind of like a bull. Ugh. His best chance is to try to get out right now. But I haven't seen anything. So we'll wait and give it a shot. Yeah, so I hit record on the phone scope, and then when I looked back, it had stopped for some reason. Sucks, can't watch the shot. All right. Well, I've been on this face probably an hour. Made it up to the tree right before dark. Didn't see anything. Walked down, heard Jaxon yell that he found some blood. Walked down 10 feet, freaking blood everywhere. I've been looking, kind of got discouraged because the blood trail pittered out. And then guess what? Kaboom! We found him! Oh my gosh, we got, here, I'm gonna flip around. We would pick his head up for you, but he is stiff. But look at this club on the end. And he's got some bladed stuff, trash over there, little cheater point, eye guards, thick over here, main beam. Oh yeah, this is a good buck. Good job, Jaxon.
Thank you.
Heck yeah. Look at that. Can't even show you all the character he has. I'll have to do it later. We gotta get to work. Yep. There you go. Probably a bad spot to do, but that's okay. Do it lower.
Like right here?
Nope. Just above the eye guard.
Right here?
Yeah. Pinch the middle and the first instead of the ends, but it's okay. Perfect. There you go. Here's on a game and fish. Okay.
I need to get gloves on.
All right. Hiking out here. Here's Brad. We met from the first day. He came to help us save the day. We couldn't have done this without him. We probably would have to sleep. Holy cow. We had to sleep back in here. So, all right. We gotta get to climbing.